One thing I hate is a motherfucking liar. Truth is undone, like it never existed. The time has come that we must end this. Rip from the mountain that bears false witness. Burn, burn, set it afire. One thing I hate is a motherfucking liar.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Why not visit the border? Why not see what Americans are seeing in this crisis?
Well, we are going to the border. We have to deal with what's happening at the border. There's no question about that. That's not a debatable point. But we have to understand that there's a reason people are arriving at our border.
Kamala Harris's early record now under increased scrutiny as she becomes the presumptive nominee, namely the sanctuary city policies that she was championing when she was in California. In 2006, she was the DA. Kamala Harris said of San Francisco, quote, "We are a sanctuary city and we always will be." As state attorney general, Harris said, quote, "An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal." She maintained her lenient views on the issue throughout her time as senator, then in 2020 as a presidential candidate. Listen.
We've got to critically re-examine ICE and its role and the way that it is being administered and the work it is doing, and we need to probably think about starting from scratch. I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being from access to public safety, public education, or public health, period.
And if you look a little deeper, you're going to find even more sanctuary city controversies. Take this, for instance. In 2008, she was the DA then, and she declined to seek the death penalty for Edwin Ramos, an illegal immigrant who killed a father and killed his two young sons, I think 17 and 20 years old. So in this case, the mother of those two boys and the widow of the man that was killed, she was pleading for the death penalty. But Kamala Harris kept her campaign promise, and she didn't allow that to happen. And Gavin Newsom changed the policy in that city, and the killer avoided authorities because it was against the city policy. All right, let's go to this one. This is Ronnie Aguilar, illegal immigrant from Honduras, 2007, set free after being found guilty of a federal assault. In 2008, this was found guilty in San Francisco, but then set free. The next year, murdered a 14-year-old. This 14-year-old was trying to return an iPad to his friend, was walking on the street, and then this killer comes up with a sword and almost decapitates him, was given sanctuary from deportation because of Kamala Harris's laws. Then you know this guy. This is the man who killed Kate Steinle in 2015 on that pier in San Francisco. And the senator, Kamala Harris at the time, she did not vote for Kate's law. And Kate's law would have increased penalties for illegals who repeatedly enter the U.S. So these are Kamala Harris's policies.